All right, what's up, guys? Well, we'll see if anybody comes back. We do have three breaks up on the website right now. With Topps Chrome Hobby, four hobby box break. I believe it's down to 12 spots, if I'm not mistaken. Let me double check. Where am I at here? Trying to use my phone. 13 spots. We're doing it's a random team break, four hobby box, $32 a spot. We're giving the Diamondbacks away to um one spot. So we will random for the teams and then re-random for the D-backs. So somebody will get the D-backs for free in that break. And we have 13 spots left. We posted it yesterday, so we sold 16 spots since yesterday. So it's moving, and hopefully I don't know. Maybe some people will come back. You never know. And but I'll hang out for a little bit if anybody wants to buy in. We also have two other breaks on there. We have a very cheap Bowman Blaster break over there. 10 blaster box Bowman, it's $16 a spot. Again, random team, and we're giving the Diamondbacks away in that one too. So you buy a spot, we random you for a team, then we'll random everyone, and somebody will win the Diamondbacks for free. So you never know, that could turn out nicely. And then we also have a Series 2 half jumbo case, three boxes of these, three jumbo boxes, with 12 teams left. In fact, I put some of the teams on sale today. So if you're interested there, go check that out. Only 12 spots left to fill that one up, too. So there's a link at the top of the chat that take you to the website if anybody cares. And I will put up some more information. Sorry, that's my phone. The volume's supposed to be down. I'll put up some kind of individual information about each break in the chat also if anybody's interested. You can go to the website and buy a spot. Now, we're also in what's up, Chris? In trying to promote the website some more. We're going to do a free break next week, I believe. Next week. I'm still putting the boxes together for it. But basically, anybody who has an account on the website is going to be eligible. We're going to take everybody's email, throw it into a random, and take out 30 spots. And those 30 people will be in the free break. So I'm planning on doing that next week. But of course, I'll email everyone and let you guys know about it beforehand. I should have put it all together already, but I've been, behind. So anyway, 13 spots left in Topps Chrome, four hobby box break, 32 a spot with free Diamondbacks. Put some of this info in the chat if anybody's interested. Topps. All right. All right. So that's what's up on the website currently. If anyone's interested, you can click the link there. I'll take you right to any one of them. Well, I'll take you to the page where all three of them are, and you can go from there. The hope, of course, was we could fill up the Topps Chrome, especially tonight, and get that broken. Let's see where we are. Yeah, so I just thought I'd come hang out after the other breaks if anyone's interested. Try to talk some people into if we could get it done. If not, we'll get it filled by tomorrow, and hopefully we can break it tomorrow night. And now we can break it Saturday night. We'll break it, you know. All right, Chris. But I just thought I'd hang out in case anybody's interested. Check it out. We do have two Topps Chrome breaks tomorrow night. They're already done. The auctions are already finished and ready to go. We're going to do a blaster and a hobby break tomorrow night. So if we do it tomorrow, we'll do two hobbies tomorrow night. All right, Chris. Thanks, buddy. Appreciate it. Thanks for all your help. How about that day Otani had today, man? This is crazy. This dude is insane. The crazy part is he makes it look so easy too. I saw one Frozen Fractor online. I saw a picture of one. It's pretty cool looking. I mean, I think it's a stupid idea, but I mean, they are cool looking. There's no doubt about that. And I'm sure they're probably selling for a fortune. In fact, that's a good question. I actually saw that before. I had talked about this before. They talked about Frozen Fractors at the Industry Summit in Arizona back in January, and I got to be honest, I thought they were kidding when they were talking about, but they're cool, they're different, but how do you get into negative number parallels? Like that's so, I don't know. Although I want one, like I think they're dumb, but I want one for sure. It's funny though. I haven't looked since the product came out, so I'm sure there's some online or on eBay. I'm interested to really know what people are charging for them. The one I saw was Garrett Mitchell one that John had sent to me, and it was listed for $500, and it was like -2 of 0 or something like that. Thank you, Texas Card Collector. Appreciate it, buddy. Well, if we don't do it today, we'll do it tomorrow. We're getting close on it. So I just posted it last night. So it's not like it's taking long to fill or anything. But yeah, that's the only one I saw. It's funny. I'm putting it. Well, let me put a little more description in. Maybe it'll come up better this time. Nothing actually came up the first time I put it in. Frozen Fractor. All right, let's see. Alex Call, -4 of 0 for 200. There's a George Springer one on here, -3. They're auctioning auctioning it right now. There's a Ezekiel Tovar rookie. They're auctioning. It's -5 of 0. It's at 127.50 with 5 days to go. Wow. There's only a couple of them though. Wait, there's Garrett Cole. They have up for 300. Yeah, let's see if any have actually sold. They paid to take it. uh, let's see, sold complete. Yeah, nothing. Let's see here. No, I don't see anything sold yet. Although, I mean, that Tovar, but Tovar's a good player too. So, I mean, his card would sell well anyway. But, I mean, I guess you have to price it like you would like a red to 5. I mean, it's still to 5. It's just -5 or a little better than that. I mean, he's at 127 with 5 days to go. I mean, you have to figure what sell for 300-400 bucks maybe. That's and I mean, he's kind of a mid-level rookie. You get one of the big guys, man. That who Lord knows what things could go for thousands. If you pull an Adley or Alvarez or something along those lines. The crazy part of it to me is, though, I mean, there's 64 colors in the Crayola box. They could always just come up with another parallel. I guess they want it to be rare, so then do to 4 to 7 to 8. You don't have to go negative. It's weird, kind of a weird concept. As I've said before, I almost guarantee you this was like a higher up at Fanatics idea, like the big idea they pulled out when they first bought Topps. I've been thinking about this for years. Negative number parallels be the hottest thing since sliced white bread. And them all going, okay, yeah, sure, sounds great, because he's from Fanatics and they're all terrified of him. Yeah, listed for 300. I don't know if it's gonna sell, but at 300 for Garrett Cole, but that's what's listed at. I mean, a rookie auction would be a better, like that Tovar in 5 days would give you a better idea. Because if he falls in the $300-400 range, then you got to imagine Adley or someone's going to be a couple grand, you know. But I mean, also, if you pulled a red, it would probably go for the same price anyway, or at least that's where people would be listing it at. Who knows what it actually sell for? I don't know. It's a little too clever. You know what I mean? Like sometimes you gotta just be like, yeah, let's stay on this side of our universe. How about like if you came to me and you said you want to make like Stranger Thing cards and negative numbers, the whole upside down thing, like that would make sense to me. Okay, but for baseball cards, is this something we really need? I guess we'll see. We'll see if they hang around. Although you know them, Topps is never one to throw away a parallel. That's for sure. Yeah, I just looked on 130 point. I didn't see any on 130 point that have actually sold. So, I mean, it's only today's Thursday, so product just came out yesterday, and they are rare. So, yeah, they never put odds on the box. I don't have a pack here to look at. I was wondering what the odds are. Wonder if it's on the checklist. Let's see. Well, it's kind of like I said before. I mean, if you went after Pujols' rookies, I think you needed 8 parallels to get them all. And now I was reading an article about this, and they were saying about Shohei, his rookie year, if you wanted them all, you had to get like 82 cards to get them all. Like so they've done parallels times 10 in the last 20 years. What was I just gonna look up? Oh, the checklist. Let's see. 2023 Topps Chrome check. Have you guys seen any of these Breakers Delight cases? I have one coming in next week. I was in one yesterday for a break, and it was I don't know if they've just loaded them on purpose or just happened to be the one we had, man. But there was a lot of really nice stuff in those. I can't wait to get a case of it in. Okay, so Sub Zero frozen fractors. Oh, they're in jumbos only. I didn't know that. Okay, so another debut jumbo hobby only Sub Zero frozen fractors are one every 602 packs, which is numbered out in -5. Collectors can also uncover super short print cards, image variations, blah, blah, blah. But yeah, so they're only in jumbos, which we'll have jumbos next week. And they're one in 602 packs. So let's see. I'm probably talking to myself right now, but it's okay. 602 divided by 12 divided by 8. So they're like one every 6.5 cases. That's a pretty tough pull. Yeah, sure. I don't care. Yeah. You saw that article? Yeah, that was a couple years ago. Yeah, I don't mind. You can mention Striker. You can mention anyone you want. Unless I don't like them, and then I'll tell you not to. As long as people aren't running commercials for them, what do I care? All right, we're down to 11 spots, and Topps Chromerman Texas picked up a few spots. If anyone's interested, I know if we get under the magic number 10, some more spots will probably sell. So, you know, might be worth hanging out for a little bit longer, even if I'm just talking to myself. That's okay. Or me and Michael are just chatting. Yeah. Well, I was in a breakers delay case with Leighton yesterday from the show of the National, and it was kind of like it was just like a spur of the moment thing, and they put it up on their text, and I saw it, and honestly, it sold out in like it sold out in like 2 minutes. I just happened to get lucky and see it went right when it went up, and I also didn't get anything. It was a total bust, but but the stuff that was in it was really nice. Here's the most have low number refractor versions where we pulled out of. I didn't even realize what is that called. We pulled the what do they call in that insert? It's like a case hit. Sorry, I'm half talking to myself here. What is this thing called? Ultraviolet All Stars. We pulled one out of uh, the blaster box of Otani tonight. They're one every 686 packs. It's a monster hit. I didn't realize they were that short printed, to be honest with you. So it's funny too, because I mean I top loaded and stuff, but the guy who got it emailed me. He's like, "You top loaded that card, right? It's like a monster hit." I was like, "Yeah, I got you." If it fills, my man, we're down to 11 left. To be honest with you, I don't know. If it fills, we'll do it. I mean, I'll break it if it fills. We're down to 11 right now, so I'll hang out for a little bit longer. If some spots sell, we'll do it. If not, we'll do it tomorrow night. It'll fill by tomorrow. We do have our eBay breaks tomorrow night, a blaster and a hobby of Chrome tomorrow night. And then, if this doesn't fill tonight, we'll do it then. Ba-da-ba-ba-ba. Yeah, let me see. Where did that card go? Where did I put that card? Robert, what's up, buddy? We were hanging out, seeing if maybe the Topps Chrome hobby could get filled on the website. See that thing? That's what we pulled that out of a blaster tonight. The thing's awesome. That's the Ultraviolet All Stars. Very cool card. As I say, the right card at the right time. Let's see if we're moving it all. You know, I got a violation from freaking Facebook tonight over something. 10 in stock. We're down to 10. 10 to go. They said they're going to freeze my guy. I don't even know what for. That's the worst part. Like, I got one from YouTube years ago. Said I violated something. But it wasn't like a shutdown. It was like a demerit or something. I think you can get like 3 in a year. It's the only time I ever got one from YouTube. And I tried contacting them. They're like, well, we don't really know. And I'm like, what do you mean you don't know? And they're like, well, it's an algorithm. It's a computer that runs it. So we don't always have the information to say why. I said, so you're accusing me of doing something that I don't know what it is and you can't tell me what it is, but you're accusing me of it anyway. Like, that's insane. And then tonight I got something from Facebook that says I violated something on there. I'm like, what could I violate? I've been posting the same crap for years and it's never been a problem. So I got to deal with that now before they shut me down. Dude, I can't guarantee it's gonna break. I don't know that they're all gonna sell, man. So don't buy spots if you're planning on it breaking right now. I'd love to tell you, yeah, but there's still 10 spots left. So, and I mean, I'm not gonna sit here till 4 in the morning to get this full. So, I mean, I don't want you to spend money that, if you're gonna have to wait till tomorrow and it's not gonna be cool for you, just come back and check it out tomorrow and see if they're available. And then, we'll do it then. But there is still 10 left, so it's not like we're two away. And I got more. We'll post more after this one fills. I'm gonna post some jumbos and other stuff. So, but I mean, it will break by tomorrow night. But I can't guarantee it's gonna break tonight. I guess it's better than fish parallels beneath. That's true. It'd be cool if they had Sub-Zero Mortal Kombat finishing moves baseball style. Yeah, you know what? It's not that they're cool. I mean, they're cool looking. It's just like, where does it end? You know what I mean? Like, yeah, that's true. You can buy 10 spots and we'll break it right now. Oh, it was crazy. Ohtani today, that was insane. The crazy part of the parallel thing though with the cards is, when does it truly start to affect the value on cards? Because, okay, look, card prices are down, but depending on who you want to listen to, and some people out there think it's such a slump, it's the end of the world, it's the end of card prices, this and that. To be honest with you, yes, card prices are down from what COVID was, but they're not that far off from where they were before COVID. In many cases, they're still up. They're just not so up. It's, ridiculous like it was during COVID. The one thing I noticed though, like, I don't think it's really has affected card prices that much. I mean, maybe the higher number parallels a little bit, the 399s and stuff like that, but you know, a blue Bowman auto still is sells really well. Gold still sells really well. It doesn't matter how many parallels they put out, but there's going to come a point where it's almost like overprinting in the 80s and 90s. They're just making too many parallels at this point. Um, it's like when you open Donruss and every pack has a card number to 2023. Like, then they have no value whatsoever. I mean, even me as the breaker, when I'm putting those together, yeah, sure. If we pull like an LE right now to 2023 or something like that, I'll put it in a top loader. But how much value does that card really have? A couple bucks maybe, because there's so many of them. Yeah, well, I mean, there's only again, it's Thursday night, so there's not a lot of people here. How many people are in the room? Like I said, if look, I do not want you to spend money if you want to break it tonight because I can't guarantee that. I mean, like I said, you can always buy it tomorrow. We'll probably do it tomorrow night. Um, Tomorrow night, I can almost guarantee. I can probably guarantee, but tonight, I don't know unless we get somebody who really wants to do it like now and buys a few spots. Do 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 do. Let's see. Let's see where we at. Yeah, we're still at 10. So yeah, no, it's still at 10. My guess would be tomorrow would be the day. You know. Plus, it's Friday. Later, people stay up later. You know. Um, I mean, I know everyone's eyeing the. I do too. Although I'll tell you what, I've been throwing some cards away. I've had to go through. I mean, not anything of, but I've been trying to go through my boxes of base and stuff that I have so many freaking cards here. Like I just have to get all the old vet base out and stuff like that. Because like over the years, I just get cards and I box them and I box them and I box them. And oh my God, I have so many boxes of cards here. It's crazy. So now recently, and honestly, this month with this little eBay shutdown, it's going to give me some time. I'm like, I got to get on top of this and filter out some of this junk. Like, just what do I need with like, you know, I don't know, Jeff Springer cards or whatever, base cards. I don't know. Like, I have so much crap here; it's out of hand. So I actually got rid of about a five sleeve box full last night. Oh yeah, no, yeah. Prices are still way up from that. I just look. Don't get me wrong. I understand that guys, especially like the sports card radio type of guys and like that, they're out to get clicks and they're out to get people to watch their channel. So everything to them is the sky is falling. And there's a whole handful of those guys out there. Some who annoy me more than others, but and they all want to say, "Oh, the bottom's falling out of sports cards and this and that." And like you said, prices are still up over what they were before COVID. They're just not. It's funny. Like on sports card radio, sometimes they do this. Like, let's show you how card prices are falling, and they go, take this. Mike Trout Chrome card. First Bowman card sold for $600,000 2 years ago, and now it only sold for 78,000 last night. It's like, well, yeah, but before COVID, that card sold for 12 grand. So it's kind of crazy that way. But yeah, I know. And look, the thing is, I looked into the whole donating thing. It's like impossible. I every time I hear a breaker tell me they donate cards to hospitals, I just want to call bullshit because I tried doing it, and there is not a hospital in 100 miles of me that would even touch them. And all of them made it very clear that no hospital would take them unless they were like packaged, sanitized, and above and beyond reproach. You know what I mean? Like, because I was like, really? I've heard other people who do it, and they're like, nah, no hospital would take someone's baseball cards. Like, I'm like, okay. So I have donated cards a few other places before, but they never take them anyway. So now with like anything that's a rookie or an insert, I keep. Like that's the only thing too. I mean, there's like a million cards there, and I go through them one by one and filter them out. But like Texas said there, I could build a house with the cards I have here. It's insane. And I go in and get in there and I'm like, why do I have big league cards from like 2018? Like, what the hell am I going to do with these? Nobody wants them. I couldn't sell them for anything if I wanted to. So go through, find a couple of Cunas, a couple of Tanis, and get rid of the rest of it. Yeah. Yeah. No, I tried to do that. It was a while back. Maybe this was actually before COVID. So I'd say like 2018 or somewhere around there. I had the same problem. I had boxes and boxes of cards here. And my wife wasn't saying anything, but I could tell she was getting annoyed. So I started calling around, and I would hear these other breakers like, "Oh, I donate them to hospitals and this and that, and whatever." Jesus Christ. I must have called 25 hospitals. Every one of them were like, "Are you crazy? We would never touch those." I was just like, okay. I said, but I'm telling you, I hear other people do this, and they all go, "They're lying." I'm like, oh, all right. Excuse me. Decide between food and cards, right? Yeah, I do the same thing, Chris. But see, I do this like the last time I did this was probably a few years back, and I only did like a handful of boxes that I had, and I kind of do the same thing. But then I'm just so horrible. I get right back into like even all my stuff that's top loaded or graded or this or that. Like I take all this time to put everything together and put it this way and do that and put all the first Bowman autos together and put all this together and put all that and then like within 6 months it's all ruined again and I can't find anything because everything's mixed up and moved around and I was checking. I have 22 four sleeve boxes filled with top loaded cards here. You know, so it's like let's say somebody gets hot. Even Ellie De La Cruz. I mean, I know Ellie's hot, and I know he's going to be hot, and this and that. I still have to go search for it and can't find it half the time because it's buried in one of these boxes somewhere. Like, and I think, okay, now I'm going to straighten it all up. I'm going to label it this and that, and I go back 6 months later, it's all out of whack again. Yeah, there has been a lot of new blood in the hobby. You're right about that, Texas. But it's funny. I was having this conversation with this woman today who owns a big hobby shop around here, and with all the young blood that's in the hobby, there's a lot of inflation of values around all. She was talking about this how she has this problem at the store where she loves it, of course, like every hobby store does, where she wants them to open everything there. Like she always gets mad. I only go to her very last minute if I need something. She's like my very last resort. She has everything. If I'm short a box of something or I want something personally, that's the place where I go to get it because she's the most expensive. She's expensive. So, but she always tries to talk everyone into opening the stuff there, and a lot of people do. You know, and she said one of the biggest problems she has if she gets these guys in and they open it and they go all crazy about these. Says, look, it's a $500 card. And she tries to explain to him, it's like, no, that's what it's listed for on eBay. That's not what it actually sells for. Like it's actually a $75 card. Just because someone put it up there for 500 doesn't mean it's worth that. And she said to me, she sees it mostly in a lot of the younger guys who come in to collect because they're kind of, it's all about for lack of a better term, it's a big pissing contest between all of them. They all have their briefcase with their, same cards in each one, but this one's worth this and I'm worth, all this money, and, nothing in it's worth anything what they think it is. See, like that's cool. She's a teacher. You can give them directly to her. But I even know teachers I've asked them and they said that they would get in trouble if they brought them in for the kids. So I don't know. I like it's one of those things you want to do something nice with it and try, but I'm not gonna, like I did have one hospital tell me that if I repackaged them, and I said to you, like, what do you mean by? They're like they wanted them like new, like like in a hobby box. I was like, no, I don't have the ability to do that. Of library science. Yeah, it's well, Rich isn't here. Rich hasn't been here much lately because he's been traveling. But one of our regulars, Rich, who's here a lot, he and I live near each other, and there's a really big card show here, the East Coast Card Show or the Philly Show, they call it. They do it 3 times a year, and it's a big show. I mean, the only other show I've ever been to bigger is the National, to be honest with you. And it is so funny nowadays to see this kind of, and I don't mean this as a dig on anyone, but there's the 22, 23-year-old guy with the briefcase in his hand with the like it's it's like they're cookie cutter. There's tons of them. And I always laugh because the guys go, "Yeah, let me see your cards," like the dealers and stuff. And they open it up, and everybody's got the same cards. It's just some version of the same. Oh, here's my T Law. Here's my Jaw. Here's my Giannis. Here's my, and because of it, they're all savvy collectors. They all know what they're doing. Everyone's a genius. And you go, okay, I've been doing this since I was 5 years old, but I'm sure you know better. Wallpaper, flooring. Yeah, right. My wife would love that. My wife and I have a very good relationship, especially with the cards. As long as I keep them out of her eye, like her direct sight, she doesn't give me too much hell about it. But I mean, look, she also doesn't give me too much hell because I make money at what I do. I mean, so that helps, of course. But like, the whole point to baseball cards around here is keep them as hidden as well as I can. She never comes in my office, so she doesn't, and that's where most of them are. But like, honestly, if it were up to me, there'd be baseball cards everywhere in the house. So I have to go out of my way to keep them out of her eye line. And as long as I do that, we're good. So I don't know if wallpapering would work for her. Maybe if I did my bathroom or something. All right, where are we at when it's midnight? All right, so we got down to 10. Let me refresh it and see if we picked up anything else. Yeah, 10. All right, so I thank everyone for buying in tonight. We cut it in half, so we'll have this filled tomorrow. Like I said, we do have the 2 breaks tomorrow. The auctions are already done because of the whole eBay thing, so you can't get into those. But if what was that? I forget the guy's name who was here before. If Enemy, if you want to get in tomorrow, I would be remiss if we are gonna open it tomorrow night. Let me put it that way. I'll guarantee that we can get it open tomorrow. So if you come by tomorrow and there's still some spots and you want to grab a few spots, then please by all means do it. So, and then we'll do that around 11:30ish because that's when the other 11:30 something like that. So 10's easy. We'll get that tomorrow, no problem. Nick talking about yeah. Do you? I know. I used to have a couple of those. It's funny you say that. I wonder if I still do somewhere. Somebody, who did I see? There was something I saw recently. Oh, a guy did like his kid's school locker with sheets, like wallpaper, like uncut sheets of cards from like from the 80s or whatever. And I was speaking of which, I don't know how many of you guys have been on Fanatics Live. I don't know if you guys saw this, but if you haven't been on Fanatics Live yet and you have an app and you have an iPhone, make sure you download it. They were actually doing this thing. It was kind of cool called Beat the Breaker yesterday with Rich Layton. And they were taking 91 Fleer. It was basically like a Pack Wars type of thing. They were taking 91 Fleer packs and they would have a category like second baseman, shortstop. And if you got a second baseman, shortstop card, it was worth like 30 points. If you got a prospect card, it was worth another 20 points, whatever. And they would do, Rich would do a pack, and then they'd do a pack for, a random person who was entering the giveaway. You could enter it, and they had a random going, whatever. And if you won a pack of 86 Fleer basketball, which is no joke, right? So they gave away 20 packs yesterday, but they're doing, I believe they're doing it tomorrow at 1:00 again. So, and you just go on, you watch them, you hit the thing. I mean, it's a random giveaway. There's hundreds of people there, so you got to get pretty lucky to get in. But honestly, it's kind of fun to watch, but worth trying to get to. So if you haven't seen Fanatics yet, they're giving a lot of stuff away over there to try and pump up the channel. I just think it's Whatnot 2.0, but hey, if they want to give free stuff away and I can get some, go at it. Try to get it if you can. So make sure if you use cards for wallpaper, you glue them. Picture set. Found early to work in the morning. Beat the heat. Everyone had evening. All right, Texas. Thanks, buddy. Like I said, I know you picked up a couple spots. We'll do this tomorrow night. So hopefully if it sells earlier in the day, I'll email everyone. Otherwise, plan on this breaking tomorrow night at 11:30. We'll bet on that. So thank you, sir. Thank you for picking up spots, and we'll see you tomorrow. All right, guys. So we're going to call it. It's midnight. Everybody's going to get to bed. Like I said, we will do this tomorrow. So, of course, Michael, if you're contemplating another spot, it's a great time to pick one up. We'll do it tomorrow night for sure. I will guarantee we'll do it tomorrow night, and we'll get it filled up. So, again, guys, thank you so much for hanging out. This has been fun chatting, and I'll see you all tomorrow. All right, have a great night. Take care. Bye. That's all right. Just tomorrow, dude. Get one tomorrow. All right, guys. Good night. I'll talk to you. Bye. Chris, thanks for all your help, buddy.